Hey girl. Girl. Welcome back. Welcome in general. This is a very fun update, and I would like to call it the Home Office Hospitality Design Take 1. So if you have been caught up, you know that I left my 6-figure government tech job in Washington, D.C. to relocate back to Texas, my home state, to take a chance on building a business brick by brick. And a lot has occurred. In 2025, I worked with small businesses, I worked with creative agencies, I worked with investors that were on an international front, Mexico, but it still counts. And it was an exciting experience overall because my back was against the wall and I had no other choice but to genuinely perform and diversify my streams of income potential. But in that, I definitely wore myself out and funds were getting a little tight. So I made a bit of a pivot and decided for 2026 to take things even slower than I did before. And I do want to add this, that meant I had to get another 9-to-5 position. I think I learned in my maturity that starting a business, albeit it is extremely sexy right now in this particular day and age, you definitely need to have a certain reserve of funds. And I would probably also recommend, before you take that leap of faith, if it is possible, emphasis on if it is possible, I would build up your clientele first to a certain degree or certain amount, and then take the reserves that you have to leave and leave on not only the reserves, but also a certain or substantial amount of cash flow to help you float some of your living expenses. Now, not everything is going to be perfect and everyone learns things differently. I don't regret the route that I took. It's just to say it was definitely difficult and tough at times. I loved that when I would enter into conversations with, CEOs or talking to lenders and things like that, because of how many times I had my reps in of going after deals and analyzing outcomes and things of that sort, definitely gave me a little bit more credibility in my tone when I would ask and talk about things. So much so that a lender said, "Hey, Ashley, this particular creative pitch that you're sending off to me typically comes from folks that have 20 years of experience. Are you sure you've only been doing this for a year?" That was probably one of the biggest compliments I received, and it really showed and demonstrated to me that the work that I was putting in and the efforts that I was striving towards were not for naught. So I definitely would say I recommend giving something a shot, giving something a try, of course, with a plan. But if it doesn't work out the way that you want it to within a particular time frame, it is okay to get a 9-to-5 job, but you have to choose your hard. So fast forward, we are taking things a bit slow, but still steady. Some things are in the works, and that will be on reserve in terms of updates until further notice. But for now, this is my space. I call it my home office, guest room, living room space, balcony, dining. I took a different type of spin for this particular room because I absolutely loved that it not only was cozy and nice and warm inside, but it was transcendent into an outdoor experience for the same type of cozy, intimate exchanges, an outdoor dining setup. So let me know what you think so far. Here's a vision of what I had in mind for the space, and this is where we are at again so far. So this is an entryway of my hospitality design, and I cannot wait to start hosting friends and family and potentially outside guests. Anyway, stay tuned on what's next. In the meantime, let me know what you think in the comments. Bye!